In the olden days in Greece, because we used the wooden ovens and they were kind of dry, what my mom used to do is she used to get a little bit of water, and with her hand, I wouldn't want to show you really what she did, but I'll say with her hand. She used to put it in her mouth and go over it, but we're not going to do that. We're going to just go, okay? You just put, that keeps the Phyllo moist and nice. Then you take your cloth, and okay, and you clean up your tray, because this baklava, after it's cooked, we're going to put the syrup on, and it will have, for a good result, you should eat it, you should make it today and eat it tomorrow, okay? Let the syrup go in and become, because it's going to cook well, and the syrup is going to make it nice and crunchy and sweet. So it's very important to keep your pan nice and clean, because you're going to keep this, and a lot of people serve it. Okay, now we got our baklava in the oven, and we put it in at 230. So we have to wait till 330 for an hour to cook at 325. In the meantime, we have to get ready for the syrup, because when baklava is ready, one of it is got to be cold, either the syrup or baklava. You cannot put baklava and syrup hot together, because it destroys the Phyllo. It doesn't have the crispness. So for the syrup, so we need a small pot. So 1 glass of sugar, 2 glasses of water, okay, 2 glasses of water. Then you use a couple of cinnamon sticks and a few cloves. Don't worry about it, we'll strain it after, so it will not go, okay? And it's optional again. You can use, or you can use both. You can use an orange, or you can use a lemon. You just cut it in half and you put it in. Plus, you have to use you have to use honey. So I would say about half a cup of honey. Okay, half a cup of honey. So you put it in and you let it boil. Let it come to a boil. Okay, now we put the syrup on till it comes to a boil. Then we reduce the heat and we let it boil for about 15 to 20 minutes. It's gotta boil and it come down to become like a syrupy. Now if you wonder what this is a religion. This is a kadilaki, we call it, and it always burns all day and all night in front of an icon. It's a blessing for the house. So with no cover, we let it come to a boil, and I'll show you later when to take it out when it's ready. Now this is our baklava. It's almost ready, okay? It's only about, it needs about 10 more minutes, okay? We're going to put it in. So it's almost ready. So now we have, in the meantime, we have our syrup on. It reduced quite a little bit, okay? The way I know how it's ready, it's like how my mom used to know it was ready, is you take a spoon, okay? You take a spoon, then you just place a little bit on your stove, okay? Let it cool down a little bit and feel it. If it has body, it means it's ready. But I can see that it has reduced quite a little bit, okay? So just before we close it, for a nice shine, we're going to add a little bit more honey, okay? Just a little bit more honey.
Oh, the lid's on, I think.
A little bit more honey. And very, very important is when it's almost ready, our syrup is ready, we added a little bit more honey for the shine, and then we're going to add a tablespoon of lemon juice. This helps the syrup from crystallize, and it's nice and smooth in the fridge. Okay, so we close it and you would just let it cool down. Okay, our baklava is ready. As you can see, it's nice and brown, not too brown. Okay, so we place it over here. Again, it's very important that you have one hot and one cool. Now our syrup is being cooled down, so this is warm. Okay, so you take your strainer. Okay, you use a tea towel so you won't get burned, and all you do is you just go over it. Okay, you just go over it all over. Okay, all right, and you let it with the syrup, and that, like I said, it's good to do it the day before for the next day, because it will drink all the syrup and it's going to be very nice. So for a little bit more decoration, if you like, you can take the cloves and put it on top. Okay, now this is optional. If you want to do it, I would do it for a little bit more decoration. It's up what you like. Okay, all right. And I would like to tell you that this is just about how we work with the phyllo for baklava. I have my other recipe, the galactoburico. It's a custard in a phyllo. Now, the way we did the phyllo for the baklava, exactly you do it for galactoburico. Okay, the syrup is the same, the cooking time is the same, the only difference is the custard. You just take my recipe, you work with the phyllo just like I did, and exactly the same, and you have two different desserts. Like this is with walnuts and almonds, and that's with custard.